It's Ron Reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe. And tonight, LSD for fun and mental health. LSD had been seriously studied in academia for 4 years before for some years before the 1960s. It appeared to be a promising treatment for anxiety and depression, but Timothy Leary, God rest his beautiful soul, when he was working with Harvard's psilocybin project, ruined it all when he started handing out LSD to students and encouraging them to take it recreational for spiritual and creative growth. Harvard fired him in 1963, and LSD became fully illegal by 1968. But that didn't stop people from taking it. The counterculture embraced LSD, and suddenly everybody's all psychedelic. Some of the best Beatles music, for instance, was inspired by their acid use. It fell out for a while in the 1970s, but by the mid-80s, when I first moved to Austin to go to college, it had a resurgence as, of all things, a club drug. I guess it worked well with the lights, but that made it popular and readily available when I started my university studies. Being a big Beatles fan, as were almost all my friends, we all took LSD together. Lots of LSD. And I look back on that time in my life as being very positive and life-affirming for me. None of us really had any bad experiences with it, which is because I think that the dosages we were buying were much lower than what they were doing in the 60s. Nobody tried to jump out of a window, nothing but good experiences really, which I credit for dramatically opening up my thought processes, allowing me to embrace a sort of non-linear approach to understanding reality. And there were a lot of good vibes. Seriously, I always had a massive sense of well-being during and immediately after an acid trip, and I think that feeling, the well-being, might be what MM Inc. is offering with their all-new, soon-to-be legal for therapeutic use 21st century LSD. Wait. What's MM Inc.? According to CNN, Mind Medicine Incorporated has developed a formulation of LSD that has gained breakthrough therapy status with the FDA. MM120, which is the drug's pharmaceutical name, will first need to go through phase 3 trials, but it is looking very good for it being on the market in the next few years to treat anxiety. Psilocybin and MDA have also recently gained the same FDA status to treat depression and PTSD, respectively, so the LSD news isn't a huge surprise. MM120 is supposedly really effective, with about half of test subjects reporting total anxiety remission after about 12 weeks. Most everybody showed some improvement even after a single dose. Now, close to half the nation, 40%, suffers from anxiety, lives lived with crippling dread. And I think it's because capitalism has crafted a horrible society for us all, but whatever the reason, anxiety is at epidemic levels here in this country. I have anxiety too. General anxiety. It has altered my life's trajectory. I had to abandon my plans to become a professional actor because after many years of being fearless on stage, I developed stage fright. Horrible stage fright. I pushed along for a while as well as I could, but I was just terrified all the time. After giving up, and leaving New Orleans, which is a southern casting hub for the movie industry, to return to Houston, I finally broke down and started taking an SSRI, which has helped, but it's still a daily struggle. Benzos are completely out of the question for me. I don't understand how people can live their lives zoning on bars, so I'm greatly anticipating the arrival of therapeutic LSD. Oh, some more good news about the drug and how you take it. Inc. says that people won't need a therapist or a shaman or whatever to guide you through your trip like they did with the early studies. That would be anxiety-inducing for me, anyway. It's like doing acid with Bruce Dern. You know, you don't ever want to do acid with Bruce Dern. Just watch his acid movie with Peter Fonda from the '60s, The Trip. You'll see. Don't ever do acid with Bruce Dern. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe.